I thought this might be another interesting change of pace. If you've ever been a student in my classroom, you can probably attest to the fact that one of my many failings is that I am not a very good speller. And here we have an example of a word, acknowledgement, and I was going to try to trick you and say, okay, which one is the correct spelling, but in actual fact they are both accurate and they are both acceptable. You would think, I would think, that this would be the more preferred spelling because the GE kind of suggests the soft G sound, and there's no E here, so that might suggest a hard G sound, but in fact acknowledgement without the E is the accepted, or the, I guess, the preferred spelling. Here's another one that we use in school, advisor. And I'm not sure, looking at the documents or the things we write in our school, whether or not it's spelled OR or ER, but actually the ER, advisor, is preferred opposed to the spelling of advisor. Here's one that I always spell differently. Whenever I do have a chance or opportunity to spell the word. I don't know how often I do spell it, but the preferred is AX, not AXE. And if you think about it, with the silent E, you would think that this would be pronounced aches, but it is ax. And then the next one, collectible. Collectible with an A. Oops, sorry. Collectible with an A or collectible with an I, and I do believe that collectible with the I is the preferred spelling of the two possibilities. And again, all of these words are all of these spellings are acceptable in both cases. Barbecue and barbecue. I think the more accurate spelling is barbecue, like this, and I think the QUE is a variant coming from the abbreviation that we often see, barbecue, and I think this abbreviation turned into that spelling, but this is actually the preferred way to spell. Donut, I think this is the more accurate spelling, and this is derived out of maybe advertising or just laziness, but that's the kind of the modern informal way of spelling donut, but this is actually probably the more preferred way to spell. And this one, theater, and I've seen it spelled both ways in all different realms on the website and books, and the theater, whoops, I did it again, this top one, this is probably the preferred American English spelling, and theater, R-E, that is the British English spelling. So, for us, this is probably the way to go. Here's a word I'm not sure if you're familiar with, amok. The traditional spelling is with the OK, traditional, but, whoops, traditional, there you go, just proof positive that I don't spell very well. And I think the preferred spelling is actually this one, A-M-U-C-K. And actually that's the way I spell the word whenever on the rare occasions I use that word. And then here's another example that are similar to each other, toward or towards, among or amongst, and it's not quite the same word, right, but they do have the same meaning. And what we have here is kind of an addition to the word. Here we have the S and the ST, and these are kind of derivatives of this first word. And actually, this S and this ST are actually unnecessary. So even though you see the word towards and the word amongst, the word among and the word toward is actually, I don't know, probably the more proper use of the word. I dare to say, I don't know, but you know, the st and the s really kind of an unnecessary addition to the word. Here we have night and night, and this is, I'm pretty sure, I'm very positive that night is the more preferred way to spell it. I'm not sure how this came about. Maybe through, again, laziness or advertising. You see the word midnight or midnight. Okay, both acceptable, but I do believe that this might be the more preferred way. And finally, we have two more examples: gray, gray, criticize, and criticize. And here, wow, keep doing that. And here we have the American, and this is the British English, and here's the American English. So this would be the way to go for us. But if you were to spell it this way, you probably shouldn't be marked down for it, depending on your language arts teacher. This is still acceptable forms to use as far as spelling, but this is actually the more preferred way. So just some examples. Thought it might be interesting. Hope you spell the words correctly in the more preferred manner. And see you on the next video.